I'm gonna start with the Carolina Panthers. Super upset at them for passing up on Justin Fields. I'm sure you are too. Yeah, it says that they're going, Darnold, but how do you not get insurance for Darnold, man? Like with a guy like Justin Fields, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you not do that? Like, but hey, we're not GMs, we're podcasters, it's just our point of view, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people see it that way too. But, you know, at the end of the day, with their first pick at the A spot, they win JC Horn. I don't know if anybody remembers, this guy's dad. This guy's dad was the man. Joe Horn, the wide receiver that used to play for the Saints. He had some crazy celebrations. I love that guy. He had a couple of breakout seasons, and he was really good. This is his son, man. He's good pedigree. He grew up in the NFL. So I mean, that is a good thing for Carolina. So he's seen it his whole entire life. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. So this kid, you know, he could very well, be, something good. He has a 33-inch wingspan. So, let's see what he pans out. I mean, if his dad played in the NFL and he was right on that, that's a good sign for me. I just wish these guys would have got Justin Fields, but that's a whole other thing. With the number in the second round, 59th pick, your boy Terrace Marshall from LSU. I know you're super high on this guy, man. I think this guy, he dropped massively in the boards because of his lower leg extremity injuries. I like this guy a lot, dude. He's my type of receiver. He's 6'2". He had 48 catches for 731 yards, and he had a 15.2 average and 10 touchdowns in the first 7 games of the season before he opted out. So that's a big, big, big sign for me, to get this guy a chance. With round three with the 70th pick, they got Brady Christensen, an offensive tackle from Brady Christensen, sorry, from BYU. It's never a bad idea to beef up the line, especially after last year. Like and you want to protect Darnold. And in round three, they went with Tommy Tremble, one of the only other tight ends mentioned in this draft. This guy, there's nothing bad about this guy. He had only 35 catches for 401 yards and 4 TDs in his 2 seasons in the Notre Dame. He's not a huge of a target, but he's gritty, man. He fits the mold of what Rule wants to do up front. So let's see what happens. This guy can pan out. In the fourth round with the 126 pick, they picked up Chuba Hubbard. Now, this guy for me is definitely something to keep your eye on. Okay, he's 6 foot tall, 207 pounds. He rushed for 3,459 yards, 33 touchdowns in 3 years. But he's also effective as a wide receiver now. He had 53 catches for 479 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to keep an eye on this guy is because Carolina had the knack for overusing Christian McCaffrey. I'd have the knack for looking at teams that overuse their running backs. This is how I get a lot of points in Dynasty. You know what I mean? Last year, I did it a lot with Mike Davis. And I'm sure, Brandon, you can feel on me on this. Even though Mike Davis had a major dip at the end of the season, he got me some wins. You know what I mean? So this guy's young. He's really big. He ran for over 2,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken, in college. Um, if Christian McCaffrey happens to go down, this guy could definitely win you a league or two. So, keep your eye on them. You know what I'm saying? But, they got a DT from Iowa at the 158th. Davion Nixon. With the 166, they picked up Keith Taylor, cornerback from Washington. They picked up another offensive guard in Deontay Brown from Alabama with the 193rd pick. They got another Carolina receiver, South Carolina, Shi Smith at the 204. Thomas Fletcher, 222nd overall pick. He's he's a long snapper from Alabama, so he must be good if he got picked up in the draft. Long snapper, wow. And then in round 7 with the 232nd pick, they picked up Phil Hoskins, defensive tackle from Kentucky. And, I just want to talk about what this team is doing, besides the draft. For me, this is DJ Moore's last straw. Hopefully they switch him with Robbie Anderson because that's his natural position. And I think that switch up is messing him up. But let's be frank here. He had one good year with Cam and Cam's good arm. And last year he was outproduced by Samuels in that offense and Robbie Anderson. So I don't understand what's the big deal and the hype around this guy where everybody's holding on to this guy, not wanting to trade him. I understand he's good. He was great in college, but you know, I'm with the point that, bro, when you're a good wide receiver, bro, you shine wherever you put out. Yeah, certain situations might dampen your talent, your outcome, but I'm tired of hearing excuses for this guy. You know what I mean? To me, this is his last year, and to be honest with you, he's already at a disadvantage because of the fact that Sam Darnold has rapport with Anderson. So, in saying that, I hope he has a good year. I have him on a bunch of my teams. I haven't even been able to get rid of this guy for what he's worth because nobody's taking him. So, I'm gonna have to run it with him one more year, and I hope he blows up. I hope that he finally has the year that he deserves. But when you're getting out produced by Samuels, I don't know,